Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Maria, longing or pain, dear sons and daughters of planet Earth. I am Mary. My heart is filled with great joy for being able to bring you words of comfort, words of love. Within your beliefs, your habits, there are those that are not very high. There are those that take you to a world of suffering, pain, and vibrations that are not very high. Why worship those who are gone? Why suffer again for those who are gone? The longing must always exist. But the pain needs to give way only to longing. Don't feed the pain of loss. Don't suffer for anyone's departure. Each soul has its choice. Each soul comes with its purpose. Each soul defines the time and way in which it can leave. No, this is not a rule, because often the paths taken by a being can lead them to leave before the moment, due to their own choices. But when the soul stays close to the path defined by itself, everything happens as planned. Be grateful for having met, for having lived with the people who are gone. It was part of your walk and theirs, the nearby path, united lives, close-knit friendships. It doesn't matter how. It was part of both of their journeys. And that was experienced. Then you all choose, in one thought, in one idea, to experience pain and suffering in a single day. So I ask, what does this cause? Have you ever stopped to think, how much negative vibration is attracted on this day? How much pain and suffering is fed? For what? To show others your suffering? Is he your trophy? Do you need to show that you suffer to demonstrate your love for the person who is gone, because otherwise they will say that you didn't love them? And what does that matter? So I ask another question, what is good for those who are gone? In nothing. Because your pain, your suffering, takes away that soul that was on the path, trying to evolve towards a wrong path, a path of pain, foreseeing you suffering. So you delay the evolution of that soul. But you don't think about that, do you? You were taught to worship the dead. So it won't change in your mind. I believe that each of you has already learned a few things. And I will assure you, my sons and daughters, that this is one of the worst things you do on the planet. Worshipping death, rebirthing suffering, just through a macabre ritual, does no one any good. It's not good for you and it's not good for the souls that are gone. But it brings a great victory to the shadows, because all the pain, all the suffering feeds the shadows. And right now they need all your pain and suffering, so that they can still stand. Loving someone who is gone is not crying over their loss every day. There is no loss. Nobody actually dies. The soul remains connected to yours, and depending on its emanations, you will do harm or good to it. What do you want from your path? Follow the light or feed the shadows? It may be a custom, a habit, a macabre ritual, but it's time for you to give up on it. You want to follow the light, you want to evolve. So start giving up everything you were taught to guide you in the opposite direction. This doesn't prove anything. Going to a cold tombstone, placing flowers, and crying, proves nothing. What is the feeling in your heart? This is what matters. And be sure that the soul in question would much more like to see you saying, I am grateful for all the time we spent together, and I pray to Father or Mother God that you are in the light. She would receive it with much love and thank you for keeping her on the path. Anything else you do, you harm that soul. Is it so difficult to understand this? I know that many here will not listen to my words, because they look at their suffering as a trophy, as something that needs to be shouted from the rooftops, needs to be shown, needs to be experienced. Make your choice, but don't forget, the separation of the wheat from the chaff is happening, and increasingly intense. The light attracts with great strength those who vibrate light. Now the shadows are also attracting with great strength those who emanate shadows. Who do you need to satisfy? To your family members who understand nothing or don't want to understand, or to yourself who have your choice of path. Is breaking the rules really that difficult? Are you a being who lets yourself be dominated by the opinions of others, or do you have your own opinion and make your own choices? Rest assured, my sons and daughters, that every soul that has ever left this planet is being treated with much love, is being prepared, within their journey, to remain on the planet or not. But they are all treated with love. I look out for each one, and I also want to look out for those of you who say you suffer. Open your hearts. Give your pains to me and I will know how to transmute them, relieving the weight in your minds and hearts. But stay away from these rituals. Everything right now is very intense. All. Both for good and for bad. Don't get involved. Do what you believe. And don't forget, whatever your choice, I will always be by your side, even to help you later get off the wrong path.